Hi. Hi, everyone. So we're gonna do something a little different tonight. I know you guys don't like my drawing streams. I know you don't like it when I talk to you about how to draw. I know you hate it when we talk comics. But let's do it tonight. I feel like, taking a little break from Star Wars, talking about what I'm doing. I'm drawing Cyberfrog. And it's important, I think. It's important that we get together and draw sometimes. What do you think of that? What do you think of the idea of drawing? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Hi guys. Let's see. What can I put on? Well, I can put on a little music. I can put on a little music, I guess, and we'll just chill. Okay. Not a lot of not a lot of a noisy kind of chat tonight. It's gonna be very mellow. Um, let's see. Chill. Live jazz. We'll see if we can find that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. How are you guys tonight? Are you okay? I'll draw right now. Yeah. I want to do a couple of things. This is really for my own benefit. No, this isn't funny. I'm not gonna draw with my foot. This is for real. Um, I'm gonna rework uh, how Cyberfrog's tongue works, and we're going to. Oh, some of you are really sad. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Yeah, just somebody wants to die. Don't die. You are loved around here. Uh, yeah, it's good. Rich556 says you should do a Bob Ross show. Thank you for the super chat. Sean M says, any thoughts of Zoe Quinn getting filled into the void you left behind at DC? I like it. I like the fact that Zoe Quinn's over there. First of all, I wasn't in Gamergate, so I don't have any personal animus towards Miss Quinn. It doesn't mean anything to me. Uh, having said that, I like these far left wingers. I like what they're doing. What we're doing is going to be superior in every single way. I like the competition. So, hell, bring it on. Bring it on. Let's see. Yeah, how's about Lobo sketch? You know, we'll see. Uh, the quartering made a great video about. Yeah, I missed that. It just went up. I like the quartering. Quinn DC subject. Yeah, he made two of them. I saw. I think this theory is pretty good. I appreciate your drawing, Uncle Ethan. Okay, good. So let's. Should I do this or should I use a regular pencil? I don't know if I should use lead. I might use lead. It's just my office is a little bit chaotic since I moved down here. That is my only concern. Do I even have lead anymore? Hold on, fellas. I'll be right back. All right. So we do have a box of lead. We'll pull this one out. SGWs are ego trapped in a shell of soy. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Georgia Sousa says, "You sound tired, Uncle Ethan. Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm mellow. I've just been sitting here quietly drawing, and I realized like I haven't been performing. I haven't been, I did a little bit of a stream for you guys earlier where I did all my music and stuff, and then I just settled into my work. And when you're drawing a comic book and you're in the right headspace, then everything kind of comes together. Like you ideas start to pop into your head. and you really begin to inhabit that world. And it's very, very exciting when it starts to work. Cyberfrog working, and becoming kind of a new sort of thing. I'm not, I have to say, this comic book is going to be better than anything anybody else is doing. And I love, like, I see people like Cyberfrog. It's a book about a frog, dude. It doesn't matter. It's going to be so wicked cool. It's going to be so cool. I love it. Uh, oh, what is this? What do you guys want me to talk about? Opinions of opinions on head of DC leaving. I don't care. It's fine. Doesn't mean anything to me. My hands are dirty. My hands aren't dirty. It's shadow. It's just shadow. My hands aren't dirty at all. I wash my hands like a bunch of times every day. Can't stand when my hands are dirty. People are saying my hands are toxic. Well, I'm not gonna look at the stream if you guys are gonna be if you guys are gonna be rude. Hell with you. I'm just gonna draw. Oh, I'll look at super chats though. Hi, Panboy Lando, Soy Child Dong Lover. What a great name. Thanks for $10. Ethan, first time paying and I feel dirty. Ethan, do you own any original Kenner Star Wars action figures? And if so, do they get along with your new Rose Tico fig? Thanks, man. Love the show. The answer is no, I don't. I don't own any. And I thought about it. But I would like to have the original. Is it 12 or 11? Is it from 77 or 78? The original batch. I would like to have them, but they all need to be mint on card. That's how I am. I'm very, very choosy about things like that. That'll be expensive. I mean, those will run about $2,000 each, and you know, I think that let's see. Eventually, I'll get there. I don't want to spend any money. Right now, I bought something kind of expensive last week. Actually, I bought two things that were kind of expensive because I was watching Captain Cummings, and he was buying all these comics, and I got really like inspired to buy comics. So I bought a copy of Fantastic Four number 13, and it is so nice. It showed up today, and it is so nice. It's just so nice. You want to see it? No, not hookers and cocaine. That's not who I am. All right, look at this. Boats and hose. Yeah. I mean, this is just like, let's open this up. People are like, how come it's not CGC graded? I'll never CGC grade anything of mine. This is my book. It has survived this long in this condition. This is it. Like, this is, it's going to die with me. It is super pretty. Fantastic Four number 13. I found the best copy that they had that was not, sealed up CGC. This is just the best. And I mean, you flip it over, and it looks pretty good on the back. Immortal Coil, thank you for $5. EVS, talk to us about X-23. What was your role, and how did she get taken away? Well, this will be the third time I've told the story. Does the chat want to hear about X-23, or do you want to? I don't know. I would tell you that if you want to hear it again. Yeah. Yeah, some of you haven't heard the story. No? Yes. Most of you want to hear X-23. All right, let me just show you this book, and then we'll go into the X-23 story. It's story time with Uncle Ethan tonight. You'll notice I'm going to talk slower. I'm not in this kind of like, I'm very mellow. So just, it's not, yeah, not a lot of caffeine in me right now. I'm just calm. I'm drawing. I'm relaxed. I'm having a great night. I feel like I should have some wine, but I'm not. All right, so we open this up. Staples are pretty tight. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great? Yeah. Great Jack Kirby art. Inked by who? Steve Ditko. How do you like that? Ethan Spire, hi, thanks for $5. Is it possible to get into comics as an artist and remain? I don't know if I like it, but this is the Red Ghost. This is the dude that stole the election from Hillary. Right here with his apes. He did it. Oh my god, I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, this better not be porn. You know, you wouldn't think that you would stumble across porn in a comic book from 1962, but yeah, you do. You got to be careful. Even you can draw. Like, look, it's your mom naked, and then you're drawing your mom naked. She doesn't know it. Like, that's the whole thing. Yeah. The Watcher. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I bought this. I bought a copy of issue number 15. Now, issue number 15 was $275. And I said, Andrew, I'm going to spend $275 on this Fantastic Four comic. She said, okay, whatever. And so then I kept scrolling down, and I have, okay, so that's 15. I have 14 already. Then I looked at issue 13, this one here. Guess how much this comic was? It was a lot. Basically, it was 3 times what issue 15 was. And I went, you know what? We're doing good. Just made a lot of money on t-shirts. Let's just make it an even $1,000 that I'm spending. It's $770 for this. Let's just make it an even like $1,000. And I just went, okay, I'm gonna blow $1,000. Boom. Got issue 13. Now I've got issues 13 through through 40 complete and in great shape. Okay, I mean these are like they're all in this condition. So she's like, this comic came today, and she's like, I said, oh yeah, here's one of my comics. So she takes it out, and I take it downstairs. I'm delighted. I post a photo of it on Twitter, and she goes, how much did you pay for that? And I said, and she's like, got the receipt. She found the receipt in the box. She's like, $770. What the I was like, you have to admit we're doing good. We're doing good. So we can, you can let me have $1,000 to blow on 2 comic books. I won't do it very often. But yeah, it was almost time to get mommy's belt. That would have been bad. But yeah, I don't do this very often. I want to get Fantastic Fours 1 through 40 complete. And now I've got 13 through 40. And then I've got 7 and 10 that are loose. I've got issue 7 and 10. So obviously I need to get 11 and 12 just so I can connect 10 through 40. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this year. Not and stay married. Andrew will kick me right the fuck out of here. But this is such a pretty book. And the thing is that, let me put this right back in very carefully. No, I will never CGC this. It's always going to be loose and available for me to open up and read. I don't buy comics just to preserve them in a brick of plastic. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like I want to open this book. I want to lick it if I want to lick it. It's like I just want to lick it. I don't know if it's a business expense or not, but I don't think I can write this off. Definitely not. Not unless I were gonna redraw this issue. But yeah, so it's really, really nice. Now issue 15 is sitting at the post office waiting for me to pick it up, and I can't wait to go get it. That's gonna be really, really nice to do. Da, da, da. All right, let's go. Yes, I love it. Oh, this is and this, of course, X-Men number 2, which is, this is like mint condition. This is like a mint condition X-Men number 2. Do you want to see it? Should I take it out? Wasted money. Well, look, I don't think it's wasted money. I don't think these comics are going to go down in value at all. I just think that, oh shit, I ripped it. Oh, fuck. Oh, I ripped it. Oh my god. Just kidding. All right, so here it is. This is X-Men number 2. And it's in good shape. There's some stuff I don't like about it, but it's the prettiest I mean, it really is a pretty copy of the book. The red is nice and bright. Yeah. Open. Oh, look at that. We've got gay porn on the inside cover. That is the thing. I mean, you're not expecting the porn, but then you get it. Look how cool. Look at this Jack Kirby art. Iceman before he was gay. He's gay now. He gay. He gay now. But he wasn't gay then. Not that he knew of. Uh, Talking to the village people here. I don't know. Maybe he did know. So nice. The Vanisher. Look at that costume. TFW run out of ideas. Right when you run out of ideas. Right on issue 2. Would you buy shoes from this jackass? Would you buy shoes from him? Look, he's got them in a case. He's like, "You want to buy some shoes? I got a suitcase full of shoes." I wouldn't buy shoes from that fucking idiot. He looks like the Joker. And we got the Vanisher. Yeah, this is me wherever I go, and I do dress like this too. This is me waiting at the airport, and the press is like, Mr. Van Sciver, you want to tell us about Comicsgate? I'm like, what the fuck? Mr. Van Sciver, did you hear that Zoe Quinn is now working at DC Comics? What do you think of that? And this is me trying to get away. Yeah. That's how it works. Every single time. Yeah. This is me taking out Zoe Quinn right here. I'll draw in a second. Dun, dun, dun. It's a book. Yeah. I like him crying here. Give me just one evening and I'll teach you to hypnotize easy. Really? And look, you're hypnotizing this bitch right here. You're hypnotizing her. And she's almost naked. And you're like, yes. Perfect. Perfect. I love stuff like this. I love the ads. I love the ads in comics for products. I love the ads in comics for products that I never bought because they look so weird and hokey. Why couldn't I have lived back then and advertised a product in a comic book? Why? Why couldn't I do it? I smell bubble gum. How come there's bubble gum down here? All right, hi everyone. Hi Carl Hungus, thanks for $9.99 watching the NBA Finals. They had the audacity to play a product placement Honda Soilo ad. Has no one told the Japanese that Soilo completely shit the... They don't care. They don't care. Thank you for that super chat. Sat Scroll, thank you for $4.99. Somebody get your dog to take a massive dump on the Last Jedi Blu-ray, take a picture as he's doing it, and send it to Ruin Johnson's Twitter. Oh, that wouldn't be nice. I don't want to ruin his night. I don't want to ruin his night. For what reason? E. Michael, thanks for $5. Did you enjoy the style of the 90s Marvel cartoons, F4, Iron Man? Not really. I mean, I like the toys. I like the toys that came out. I bought them all. Totally bought them all. All right, so now what are we doing? We're talking about X-23. All right. What is he drawing? I'm drawing Cyberfrog. Of course, that's what I'm drawing. All right, so let me tell you the story of X-23. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so picture this. It's 1997. I'm drawing this, basically. I'm in the middle of drawing this issue of Cyberfrog. And I get a call. I live in Portland, Oregon with the Portland Mafia. Oh my God. See, the fact that I've lived in Portland, Oregon, and I know what it's like there, really kind of illustrates how that whole environment there. I understand it. Like, I get it. Dark Horse Comics is right there. I mean, give me a break. It's horrendous. It's raining all the time. Everyone has asthma. It's depressing. So I get a phone call from Joe Quesada, and I was part of the New York, the East Coast comic scene, before I moved to Portland, Oregon. Um, and I only lived in Portland for about a year and a half. So he calls me up and he's like, dude, he's like, we're doing this thing. Maybe you've seen it. It's called Marvel Knights. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. You're doing that Mysterio. I saw this Mysterio issue of Daredevil that he had done. Kevin Smith was writing it. It was just good stuff. It was as good as like when Todd McFarlane first started, uh, on Spawn. I mean, it just had that same kind of vibe of just like, oh man, this is like unmissable. You have to get this. Uh, and he's like, yeah. He's like, now listen. He's like, so Marvel Knights. We've got a couple people already doing stuff. Like what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to take like lame like C-list Marvel properties like Luke Cage and like Moon Knight and like Cloak and Dagger, and then we can take them and we can do whatever we want with them. Like we're supposed to soup them up because we have a proven track record of being able to do cool stuff. So it's Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. And Joe said, "Hey, what do you want to do? You want to come over and do one of these?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to do like a dark version of Power Pack." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I loved Power Pack. Me and my little brother, that was the comic that we read. When we were kids, we read Power Pack. We like John Bogdanove and Louis Simonson." And he's like, like he was disappointed. He wanted me to say something like, "Yeah, I want Werewolf by Night or something like that. That would actually be pretty cool." Um, so he said, "Oh, okay. Well, before we can talk about Power Pack, honestly." And I was insistent on it. He said we can talk about that, but he's like, a couple of things. One, we've got our event comics that we're doing. We have Ash. We would like you to do a 48-page Ash special that you can pencil. Me and Jimmy are going to write it. And then when that's finished, you can come over here. Now, he's like, I would like you to create something. And one of the things that we have to do is create a junior version of, one of these Marvel characters. It's a junior version. And he's like, I'll bet you could do it. Now, I think I had done some pinups like for Impulse or something like that. So they knew I was kind of headed in that direction. And he goes, like we have some ideas. We're supposed to do this. We've been kicking it around. And like here's some ideas. Tell me what you think of these. There's the Silver Snowboarder, like a junior version of Silver Surfer, but he rides a snowboarder instead of I'm not tracing nothing. Instead of a surfboard. And I went, what the fuck? And he went, excuse my language. And he said, how about Spidey? Junior Spider-Man, Daredevil Junior. And he might have said one more thing. I can't really remember. But they were really strange. Like I was like, you didn't put much thought into these. You didn't. So he said, yeah, but you kick it around. I mean, if you have ideas for those, or you have something better, let me know. So this is 1997. This is going to seem weird now, but Alanis Morissette was brand new. She had a new song called "You Oughta Know." And "You Oughta Know," like the music video, this was back when MTV actually played music instead of far leftist propaganda. Uh, and so the video was on MTV. I used to watch MTV while I was working. And it was just Alanis Morissette. Like, you didn't know what she looked like because she was like, "You oughta know." And she was waving her hair all around. And she looked like feral. I mean, she looked really like crazy and cool. And I like that was inspiring to me. I saw that video and I said, okay, check this out. So while Wolverine was in Japan, he had an affair, a love affair, got some woman pregnant. So there's this kind of like mutant teenage girl, daughter of Wolverine over there. She's like half Canadian, half Japanese, and she's got long hair that hangs in her face. She looks real feral, and she's got piercings, like a bunch of piercings in her face, and yeah, and so her name is Lynx. I named her Lynx, or codename X32. because if you look in the mirror at X32, it says sex. It says sex. So yeah, right. So anyway, that was the idea. I showed him a drawing of the character, and he went, "Holy shit!" and he loved it. And he came back to me. I was bored by it. Like it wasn't something I was gonna do. Like it wasn't anything I was gonna do. It was just like, if you want an idea, I'll give you an idea. And so he came back, and I was like, so what? So tell me about Power Pack. Like, what about Power Pack? And he was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was still working on that. I said, all right, and give me more pages so I can get this Ash book done. I was hating drawing the Ash book. It was weird. I was not enjoying myself. And he said, "Oh my God." He's like, "Listen, Bob Harris loves your idea for Wolverine's daughter. Loves it, loves it. We're gonna run with that." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. Power Pack, you know." And he's like, "This is bigger than that, Ethan. This is bigger than that." So what happened? What was the order of events there? Okay, so DC called me and said, "Do you want to take over Impulse?" I'd been kind of flirting with DC Comics. I'd been sending them Impulse drawings. They were giving me pinup work, and I said, "Well, that seems like a steadier job than what I'm doing here." So I said, "Yeah, I'll take over Impulse." But I didn't sign an exclusive contract with them. So while I was working on Impulse, Marvel called me up and said, "Well, we want to give you work too." And I was like, yeah, okay, what do you want to do? And they said, well, okay, so we're going to take your Wolverine's daughter idea and we're going to fold her into this event that we're doing where Deadpool comes back and brings back the Marvel Reborn universe. And I went, all right, whatever. And so she appeared in that comic, but she wore her skeleton on the outside of her. It was weird. She appeared in that comic more or less as I drew her, with like a lot of piercing. She had like stripes on her face. Her hair was down in her face. She had two claws, I believe, instead of three. I think I could be wrong about it. She might have had three. I don't remember. But she was called Miss Thing in that comic book, and that came out in 2000. Came out in the year 2000. And then I was, that was it. I didn't even finish that book. Somebody else finished it for me because I just really got, overwhelmed with DC work and, never really looked back. The next thing I remember going to a shop in Portland, Oregon, and seeing something called Wild Thing on the shelves. And Wild Thing was like Tom DeFalco and Ron Lim drawing a really boring version, doing a very boring version of my idea, where it's like, just a girl in Wolverine's outfit, you know. I just went, boy, this isn't, and I laughed. I remember laughing with my friends over it. And I said, boy, if you want to talk about making a great idea fail, like this is the way to do it. But then a little bit later, they came out with X-23. Now, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea. So at no point was it like, hey, we're stealing this idea from you. This idea was in the air. The idea of saying, hey, Wolverine's daughter, her name's X-32, or Lynx. They never used the name Lynx. My Wolverine girl was in print first as proof. You can look at this book called Remnants that I did, and she's right on the front cover. But I don't take ownership over X-23 at all. That's just the way it works. It's like, oh, that's a good idea. We are going to do that idea, whether you are a part of it or not. You see what I mean? So yeah, Wolverette would have been cool. That would have been cool. A great name. But yeah. So that's the story. A lot of people are asking that over and over again. I mean, I did put it down in a video. So if you want to actually see my original telling of that story, you can, or I will just tell it over and over again to entertain people live. But that's kind of the way comics worked, at least back then. Yeah, Portland is weird. It was weird. That shop was nice though. I thought it was pretty nice. But yeah, like everybody in Portland, Oregon, like in the city, I don't know, man. Like they all live these kind of art-based existences. Like their houses or their apartments were like half apartment, like loft, and the downstairs was all like showroom of my shitty paintings that you can come in and buy You just walk in like the apartment is a shop, it's like it's a gallery, and you can buy one of my shitty paintings, and that'll help pay the rent on my loft, which is just right up here, right above my paintings. And I was like, ah, man, it's such a soy based existence. I don't want to ever live like that. I never want to live like that ever. Hate artists. Yeah, artsy hipsters. Bleh. Gross. Like, ugh. Grotesque. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. But, at least I know what it's like there. Seattle is kind of the same thing. Yeah. Soy-based paintings. That's why I always say I'm an artist. I'm not an artist. I'm an artisan, says Dater Chip. Yeah, I still say I'm an artist, but when I say artist, I don't mean like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm, cartoonist, illustrator. I'm an illustrator. I'm not an artist. Heisenberg says, hey, do you remember a comic called Poison Elves? Well, I sure do. I don't know why, but I do remember that comic. Why do you ask? That was another 90s comic. Profile Secret says, stay East Coast, Eve. Yes, well, I'll always be East Coast, always. That's just in my blood. I stand out like a sore thumb in Portland, Oregon. I'm like Daniel LaRusso moving to California. No. I'm Jersey based. And when I say based, I mean based. Hey, Uncle, are you by chance buds with Grace Randolph? Who's Grace Randolph? That sucks to say that, but it's true. Andy B says, is Steranko an artist? No, he's an illustrator. You can call yourself an artist if you want. I'd rather not. It's so pretentious. I'm an artist. I'm an illustrator. You look at my work on Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, and that is like the extent of my art. It's just illustration. There's thought put into it. There's craft. There's care. There's skill. But what you see is basically what you get. I'm really not trying to evoke much past what is blatantly obvious. What the illustration says is all there is. So it's like I'm not painting a canvas blue and saying, how does this make you feel? Like I don't believe in that. It's not that I don't believe in it. It's just not what I do. Let me just put it that way. I'd like to think of myself as a dummy. Above Average Gamer, thank you for $2. Seriously, your boy Moose Knuckle is cray, dude obsessed. Is he still talking? Is he still going off? Well, look, again, here's the thing about Moose. He fired himself from this job. He fired himself. I didn't fire him. And the thing is, I really think all of this is based on one thing, like regret and pride. It's like, you're mad because I hired Kyle Ritter to help out. You wanted the job all to yourself. But then again, he didn't really want it because he's calling Cyberfrog dumb. He doesn't seem to think that the book is good, or it's like, so if you don't like the book, like seriously, here you're a dummy if you don't like. Are you serious? You don't think this is huge? This is gigantic. Pound it, little brother. This is awesome. This is gonna sell lots and lots and lots of comics. You retard. And if you want to fire yourself from it, and you don't want to be a part of it because you think it's dumb, or if you want it all to yourself when you can't handle it, you know what I mean? You can't handle this job. You can't. Look at Cyberpunk in relation. Look at Salamandroids like beating the shit out of this bee. How can you not love this? Okay, so you want to call this dumb, you want to call it My Little Frog book, you can do whatever you want. You can denigrate it, you can say it's no big deal. The truth is, right now, my Indiegogo campaign is at almost $165,000 last I checked. Some of that would have been yours. I will tell you this, the colorist for this book, Kyle Ritter, who is loyal and good, and he just does great work. He does it on time. I said, how much do you want to be paid? And this kid gave me a pie in the sky number. This was before the Indiegogo campaign started. And I said, Kyle, I know you don't know what, we're over 165,000 now. So I said, Kyle, I know you don't know what, colorists at DC get paid. So what I'm going to say to you is, we'll renegotiate the number that you just shot at me. We'll renegotiate it once we see what the money is that comes in. And I was able to tell him, and by the way, what he asked for was more than what I was paying Moose. I was able to tell Kyle, you're going to get every penny of that. You're going to get every penny of the money that you asked for. And not only that, this is 21 pages of artwork that's already done. You're going to get to color this. I'm going to scan it, color it. I'll pay you your fee, even though the pages are small. Kyle, you're going to be able to buy a very nice car. This is 21 pages of artwork that's already done. You're going to get to color this. I'm going to scan it, color it. I'll pay you your fee. Okay? Because of this. And why? Because you're a good guy. You work hard. This is what you get. And, that's all it is. All you have to do is be loyal and be a good worker and not be a pain in the ass, and life will reward you. Because of that, yeah, you are going to get, what's the math on that? 48 plus 16 equals 64 plus another 24 pages, 80, 85. Is that 80, 85 pages? Yeah, he's going to be able to buy a car off of this. He's going to be able to buy a new car. For, congratulations. And he has you guys to thank. He has himself to thank. That money could have been Moose's. Instead, Moose fired himself and chose to call me names and run me down all over the internet, because his work habits were so stressful that I needed to hire extra help. But I still would have given him as much work as he could have handled. And and one more thing, like this isn't the only Cyberfrog book. After this, we're doing Rainbow Brute. We're going to crowdfund Rainbow Brute, and I think Rainbow Brute is going to do better than Cyberfrog, and I will pay Kyle even more money than he got for this. And then after that, we're going to do Cyberfrogs 2, 3, and 4, and Kyle is going to get paid even more money for coloring those. Kyle is going to be rich by the end of next year. He's going to be rich by the end of next year. And it's all because of you guys. It's all because of the fact that he's a good colorist and he's a hard worker and he deserves every penny he gets. Every penny he asks for with his big pie in the sky number, he's going to get it. So that's all I can say to Moose. Go ahead and see. I hope he gets work out of this. I hope they give him work. I hope somebody gives him work. And when they do give him work, they're going to run into the same problems I just ran into because that's who he is. In the meantime, I'm probably going to lose Kyle Ritter. He's probably going to get sucked up by Marvel or DC. That's why I'm going to have to keep paying him. He's getting paid more than anyone, by the way. I found out what Jawbreaker's colors are getting paid. He's getting paid like almost twice that. Yeah, you want to work for me. You want to work for me. You can work for Richard Meyer if you can't work for me. But you do want to work for me. And so that's it. That's the end of it. That's how that's how it goes. Mm-hmm. These word balloons. I need you to imitate these word balloons that Cyberfrog used to do. And this lettering, if you can do that. If you can do that, you got a job. I need to hire a letterer. How big is Cyberfrog in relation to a human? Cyberfrog is like the size of just a girl, just an average girl. You know what I mean? Like he's not as big as me. I'm 6 foot tall. Cyberfrog is like a head smaller than me, I would say. When he jumps though, his legs kind of extend and stretch out. So if he were to actually stand with his legs stretched out, he'd probably be like 7 feet tall. Yeah. EVS, can you do masculine drawings of Barbie and Ken? I was talking to Andrew about this in the car today. I was like, this is the thing that's going on. And this is what SJWs are doing. Like SJWs have this idea that women have always felt sidelined by boys' properties. and like now they're hiring these weirdos who like are trying to make boys properties more girly so that women can feel included. Like you wouldn't see that happen at the NFL. You know what I mean? It's like, but actually, it probably will happen. Like, hey, let's make the NFL more girly so that women feel involved and included. And look, hey, if women like the NFL, we're gonna double our money because twice the audience. Don't you see, stupid? It's twice the audience. That's not really how it works. Women don't care. It's almost like, and this is what I want to do. Like, I want to get over to Barbie. This is what Rainbow Brute is. She's like, "What is Rainbow Brute?" And I was like, "Rainbow Brute is us treating girls the way the girls are treating us right now. Rainbow Brute is me saying, you know what? The problem with every girl's property from the 1980s is that it wasn't inclusive to men. So I'm gonna take all of them, every girl's property, and I'm gonna masculinize it, and I'm gonna build a whole world around that. I'm gonna take every girl's property and I'm gonna make it into something that men like, and then women are gonna feel excluded from that. That's what Rainbow Brood is. So I'm gonna take the Care Bears, I'm gonna take the Hug a Bunch gang, the Puffalumps, whatever, Shirt Tails. I'm gonna take Strawberry Shortcake. I'm gonna take the Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm gonna take it all, and I'm going to turn it into the most perverse and awesome fairyland world that appeals only to men who like blood and barbarians and swords and no, not this. They're not the scare bears. They're not scary. They're just real bears that control childish emotion. Yeah, My Girthy Pony is going to be in it. It's going to be. Can you imagine like Rainbow Brute, like, you want to ride My Girthy Pony, like all the. I'm like, do you understand? Like, this book is going to be full of dick jokes. It's going to be totally awesome. It's going to be badass. Now, I could do this now. You want to see what's going on with Star Wars? And these people, these weirdos, trying to make Star Wars for women. Now, here's the thing: you compare it to the NFL. Are there women that like the NFL? Of course, they are. I mean, there are lots of women that like the NFL. They like watching football. You can see them up in the stands. But the NFL didn't have to change to include them. It just is what it is. It's meant for guys. All guys like the NFL, and then some women like it, and they like it on those terms. But you take Star Wars and you make it completely bitch made, and then what's going to happen? The men are going to flee. The men are going to run away, and that's what's going to happen. So you keep trying this over and over again. You keep trying to make comic books. You keep trying to make Star Wars. You keep trying to aim it at women. And what happens? The women don't come because they're not interested. But what does happen is the men flee. And by the way, most of the women who liked it the way it was before. And I don't know why everybody can't see this. It's so obvious. It must be self destructive, it must be intentional destruction. That's the only way. So that's what Rainbow Brood is. Rainbow Brood is us doing to them what they're doing to us. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna fucking love it. Rainbow Brood. I told Andrew, I was like, it's gonna be bigger than Cyberfrog. She's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, it will. It totally will. You'll see. Guys are gonna totally dig it. I don't care. Um, yeah, they do see it. They just ignore it. They just keep going. They just keep going with it. So I'm gonna make a list. I'm actually gonna do a lot more research. I have a bunch of ideas for Rainbow Brute, like, but I gotta actually research the 1980s and find all the girl properties, all those girl things that were in my house. I have four sisters, so I remember all these toys. I remember them. And they're all going to be there. So we're going to do Cyberfrog first. Andrew's like, you got to fulfill that first, and then okay. So once Cyberfrog's done and it's at the printer, that's when we're going to launch Rainbow Brute. Okay, we're going to launch the Rainbow Brute Indiegogo. Um, around October, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's going to be great. And maybe we'll turn it. Rainbow Brute will be a saga too. I don't know. Cyberfrog is going to be 4 issues. Rainbow Brute right now is just going to be 148 pager. But if it's cool, we'll just keep going with it. What do you guys think? I'm not even looking at your comments. Is it cool or not cool? Oh, we got a super chat here. Hesaj, thank you for 50 AR. Don't you ever shut up and please take my money. No, you know what? Like, I should shut up and just draw quietly. But so you guys, if you launch a topic at me that I have something to say about, Durham says, "Shut up and take my money." Another one, yeah. Uh, if you launch a topic at me that I want to talk about, then that's what I'm going to talk about. It's like the whole theme of my channel is, oh yeah, oh, Gem and the Holograms. Is Jim and the Homophobes. That is going to be the best thing. Gem and the Holograms, Jim and the Homophobes. They are the rock band. Thank you for for $2 GRP poll. It is obvious, but they think they can do better. Yeah. All right. So everybody likes it. Everybody likes Rainbow Brute. Jim and the Homophobes. It's gonna be so fun, dude. Yeah. Well, if it's offensive, it's offensive. I don't know what to tell you. I've been working on something else too. I'll show you. I think it's funny. If you don't like it, you don't have a sense of humor. Jim and the Homophobes. They're truly outrageous. What's this? That's so much art stacked up here. I gotta put this stuff on eBay. I got too much junk here. I got too much junky art. It needs to get out of here. Oh yeah, okay. I'm working on this. This is another concept. This is Bro White and the Seven Dwarfs. So this is a gamer. This is a neckbeard gamer who leaves his wife and stumbles on a cabin in the woods with 7 midget women who service his every need. He is Bro White and the Seven Dwarfs. He's a white dude. He's a white bro. So they're going to be, I have to draw more of them. There are like 5 more, I guess, serving him sandwiches. He's just sitting there playing video games all day long. One of them's a footstool for him. That's what, so that's Bro White. Yeah? All right. Listen, your Uncle Ethan is an idea machine. I'm an idea machine. Yeah, SJW heart attack. I'm not that heavy. You might think that I'm that heavy. I'm not that fat at all. I might get there, though. I might get there. So we got Jim and the Homophobes. We've got Bro White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, we're doing all right. Got plenty of ideas. Make Bro White your next comic, please. No. It would be good, though. It would be good. You guys will be very glad that you subscribe to this channel. Oh, if you guys haven't yet, I'm not promoting I need to promote my Kickstarter. Would you guys, how are we doing? Let's, that truly outrageous. Jim and the Homophobes. That still makes me laugh when I say it. Yeah, okay, we're at 165, 227. I'm gonna put the link in, okay? If you guys wouldn't mind, if you are willing to and able. Oh my god, everything's blowing up all the time. I got really popular. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I got really big overnight, and now all my email's full, my Twitter's full. I got fools attacking me from IDW. What are you attacking me for? Why don't you just go fix your fucking company? Your little SJW company where you screw up G.I. Joe. Give me G.I. Joe. Let me show you how to do G.I. Joe. Wouldn't be hard. It's like, how do you screw that up? Exactly. It's intentional. It's intentional. All right. Hang on a second, guys. Boom. All right, there is the link. Kendall Nafstar says, "Are you ignoring me, Uncle Ethan?" No, sir. I'm not even looking at the chat, really. I'm talking. I'm not looking at the chat. Is it still working? Is the chat rolling? I hope so. I think it is. Yeah. We're building our own industry. This is what people don't understand yet, and they're going to understand. Comic books used to be naughty, to use that old word. Comic books used to be, they used to be something that, the government wanted to suppress, your parents wanted to suppress. Now it's something your peers want to suppress. It's something the industry itself wants to kind of suppress. I don't want these suppressives around me. I don't want them, determining what we can read. I don't want them getting involved with the comic books that I love. I want them out of here. And if that's not going to happen, we've got to do it ourselves. We got to do it ourselves. Yeah. P.S. I miss chats. I will go back and I'll read all the super chats, but in a little bit. Yeah, let me give you this again. Oops, didn't work. All right, look, guys. I want to show you what I want to see happen here. See, there's the link for the Indiegogo. Check this out. We are at 165,227. Is there any way that we could get it up to 166? Can you guys help me get it up? That's all I need. Yeah, if we could just get it up to 166, that would be huge. And I'll tell you, I don't know why. Yeah. All right, so if you guys have not yet, you got to do it. Here is the link one more time. And I'm stupid because I didn't put it in the description. Yeah, it's not porn. I just mean get the number up. I didn't mean anything dirty. I just meant get the get the number up, fellas. That's all. Yeah. Did you help me? A lot of people are saying they helped me get a different backer. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you for all of your support. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get to 200. That would be gigantic. And then we can do Rainbow Brute and Bro White. What do you guys like better? Do you like Jim and the Homophobes or Bro White? Well, you haven't seen Jim and the Homophobes, but you like Bro White though. Yeah. And a lot of people like My Girthy Pony or My Girthy Stallion. Yeah. Bro White is cool. Bro White, all he's going to do is he's going to be like a disgusting neckbeard. He's just going to sit around the house playing video games and making his dwarves service him. I mean, they're basically like having 7 little moms. Yeah. How about co-writing one with Zoe Quinn? Oh, sure. Absolutely. Me and Zoe Quinn. Can you imagine? She'd be like, I am not working with him. I am not working with him. James, thanks for $1.99. Roy Thomas has letters in a few of the early FF issues. I know. There are a lot of fans who do. I mean, you'll just kind of stumble. I never wrote a letter into a comic book before, but I know Jeff Johns did. A bunch of other people did. Pando, Lando, Soy Child, Dong Lover. Thanks for $5. IDW guy was a dope on Twitter today. I trolled him. He thought he was being funny and he just wouldn't stop. Like he kept going. And I went back in there like a little while ago, maybe an hour or two ago. I saw that he's still at it. Like, oh my God, I'm getting attention. Don't make it stop. Don't make it stop. I want to have more things to brag about. I want to feel good about myself. I want to get more attention from these people that I dislike. Dude, you don't have to hate. You can just join us. You can just join us. Like, why hate? It's stupid. What about the camera? Oh, you can't see what I'm... Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah. Lower the camera. Okay. You can just join us. Oh, you know what I want to draw is I want to draw Cyberfrog with his neck inflated out. That's not right there. People say, what do you do when you goof? This. What do you do when you make a mistake? It's not that hard to fix. Carl Hungus, thank you for $4.99. Each of the dwarfs should represent an aspect of a man's perfect woman. One is nurturing, one a housekeeper, one sexy, etc. That's a great idea. So we'll get 7 female dwarfs that basically all told sum up what you want in a woman. Discordia says, Ethan, don't you have a Facebook group or something? If you got your viewers to like that, it may spread your influence further. I have watched you for months. I don't know where you are on Facebook. I have like 3 Facebook pages. I don't go to any of them. I'll visit sometimes. Honestly, I use Facebook to keep in touch with my family. I don't go on there very much because it's just a limited. Like if I post something, then maybe my 5,000 like followers will see it. But I can post the same thing on Twitter, and then like I'll get a much wider reach, and even better, I'll say it. I'll make a video about it, and then like I don't know, it'll go even further. So it doesn't seem like Facebook just doesn't seem like a practical means of social media anymore. It's not really effective. And when I was addicted to Facebook, like I didn't, people would tell me that, and I didn't understand what they meant. Now I do. I just have no time for it. I have no time for Facebook. All right, this is dry now, so let's tuck the other side of his mouth back here like so. That's a little better. That makes more sense right there. Yeah. Critias says, EVS, you did Hera, but you never did a male version of Chitara for Thundercats. He can be called Chitaro. Yeah, I know. Only because Thundercats is male. You know what I mean? Like Thundercats is male already. When it comes to She-Ra, I mean that was really like a sad attempt for like women to say, hey, well, He-Man's successful. Let's do a version of it for women. And so it's like to steal that from them is funny. Like you can't even have that. No, you can't. No, we're taking that too. It's now Hera. It's completely like redundant. That's what was the joke about it to me. But Thundercats is already meant for boys. So ISIS is meant for girls. Like I wouldn't go in. Like what would be really funny is taking Smurfette and making Smurfette male. I mean, it's just like that would be ideal. That's the thing. Like that is what you're talking about with Thundercats. You just take like the one little tiny female aspect of something like the Smurfs, which is all male. It's entirely male. And then you just take that Smurfette and make it male. That'd be hilarious. It would just be what would I call him? I'd change Smurfette into I don't know. No. They'd all be male. They'd all be male. We just snuff out that one little spark of femininity in Smurfette. Well, I don't know if the Smurfs are gay. They're definitely communist, though. The Smurfs are definitely communist. If you really, I mean, the whole idea of just everyone being the same, they're all workers. Smurf stands for Socialist Men Under a Red Father. You guys didn't know that, and that's Papa Smurf represents Stalin, and Stalin has a beard. He's red. He's the leader of them all, and they're always saying, "Are we there yet? Are we almost there?" And he's like, "No, we're not." They're communists. It's a whole metaphor for communism. It's true. It's true. Socialist men under a red father, Smurf. That's where that name came from. Yep. So the Smurfs is communist propaganda. It accentuates sameness, everyone being equal, everyone looking the same, everyone having the same stuff. The cartoon effed it up when they added Smurfette, and then I mean even the cartoon like could not bear the just the relentless, dull sameness of the Smurfs. So they invented like Jokey Smurf and all these other extra characters to give them a little bit of individuality because nature abhors communism. It just you can't do it. So that's why the cartoon turned out that way. Yeah. Smurfette was a nag. Should I draw teeth in there? I probably would. I'm going to say his teeth are covered by his lips. But you would ordinarily see teeth right in here. Let me try it. Let me see what happens. Just a little I meant to get to the movies. I can't get out to the movies. I don't know how these YouTubers do it. I don't have any time to go to the movies. I gotta spend. I get. Yeah. Nature abhors communism, Uncle Ethan. That's a good quote from me. I can't get to the movies like these guys do. It's like, hey, I just got back from the movies. Like, what the hell? How did you do that? I can't do it. I can watch a movie at home, but I mean, I need to make videos. I need to go live. I need to draw. Running a YouTube channel is a full-time job. And if you don't think so, don't run a YouTube channel because it's going to fail. Like if you want to run a YouTube channel, you know, and have it grow and be profitable, you have to do it all the time. You've got to be on the ball. We're planning on going to this kind of town event tomorrow. Like kind of like a parade or a little fair or something like that. And Andrea's like, it's at 11 o'clock, so can you make sure that you get your morning video done like before then so that you don't have to, we're not held up. Like the morning video, yeah, gay pride parade. The morning video is important now. It's part of the whole thing. It's not, I didn't say pride, I said parade. There's no pride. Andrea sometimes helps, but no, it's not that she helps with the videos. It's just that she knows that nothing gets done like in the morning until the video is done. There has to be a morning video. And lately my Wi-Fi is making that difficult. And it takes me like 10 tries to get the video to post, to upload. And that's not cool. No, Andrea is a cool wife. Uncle Ethan loves the gays. Why do you say stuff like that? I don't care if people are gay. You could say I love the gays. Brennan Moist, thank you for $2. Hey, Uncle Ethan, hope you're having a great day. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day too. No, I'm not going to a pride parade. It's a little local thing where, just plug it in. Christopher Burkell, thanks for Australian $2.99. I'm going to see Upgrade next Friday. That looks cool. I just want to see Jurassic Park, and I got to get out to see Ocean's 8. I got to see Ocean's 8. Ocean's 8 is part of what I was just talking about, where it's just like, don't you understand that like women don't care about the same things men do? Like you're marketing a movie to women that only men are going to be interested in. So that movie is going to be entirely men. Like the question is, do men want to see women do what men do? I don't know why they don't get this. It drives me nuts. All right, so we like heist flicks. We want to see a heist. Do you want to see a heist that's done all by women who are like high-fiving each other because they're doing what men are doing? Hey, we took the Oceans franchise from men. High five. Do you want to see that? Because no women want to see it. Like zero women want to see that. Zero women. So you better be prepared. Like those women better be hot. I don't know what. I mean, you better be prepared for the box office to flounder there. If men aren't going to want to see it. Women want Twilight. Women want The Notebook. Women want A Million Shades of Grey. What else do women want? And yeah, this is mansplaining. Because I have to mansplain to other men. You think I'm mansplaining to women? It's like I'm telling other men, like, stop it. Like, if you're involved with this, you think that like our toys are so cool, apparently, that like women are being deprived of them. They don't want them. They don't want them. Not enough of them want them. There's women in here, I know, and they're all agreeing with me. All the women in here know exactly what I'm saying. They're saying, well, we like it, but we know that our friends don't, and that's the truth. Like the girls we went to school with, they don't, they're not into this. They would totally be into Rainbow Brute, though. To be fair, I think. I don't know. Would the ladies like Rainbow Brute? think so. I think they would. I don't think Rihanna is overrated. I think she's pretty cool. I don't know if she's an actress. I saw her in Bates Motel. That was annoying. It was annoying to see her in Bates Motel. Um, yeah, playing Janet Leigh's part and not getting murdered. That's double annoying. All right, so first of all, it's like you've got Rihanna playing Marion Crane when everyone else in the cast is set up pretty much to look like their original roles. So you've got Rihanna playing Marion Crane. That's fine. All right, so Marion Crane is black. Then she doesn't get killed. Then it's her boyfriend that gets killed because he's an abuser. I'm like, oh my god. I at least wanted to see Rihanna in the showers going and screaming when the knife came down, but of course not. This is current year. We don't do that. We don't do that anymore. We don't kill women in the showers. Not like we used to. Not like we used to. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Time abuser. What's a time abuser? Uncle Ethan, would you possibly be able to come to Baltimore Comic Con at some point in the near future? Please. We'll see. Slimo Jones, thanks for $2. Ocean 8. He says Ocean's 8, the franchise just got a bit more fishy. That's not nice. What version of Psycho is that? I know. Well, it was okay. It ended up being kind of like clever. It was a good twist. But yeah, like that's not what Norman Bates does. Like Norman Bates kills women. Norman Bates doesn't really kill men unless he has to survive. He kills women because he's, he's a sexual deviant, Oh, Angela Bett says Time Abuser is now a storyline about a villain that abuses time to keep control. Okay. Did Chris Brown show up in the shower instead of Norman Bates? No. It was somebody else. It was another actor. You know who was it? Who was the guy who played Sam? Oh God, I don't remember. It was good. I mean, that whole show was great, though. It was so good. If you didn't watch Bates Motel, you need to. You need to watch it. I'm not drunk, dude. I'm talking to myself here in the basement. Hey, Ethan, are you coming to NYCC? No. No. Oh, Sam Loomis. Thank you. Yeah. Bernard Herrmann. Yeah, Chewbacca in the shower. That was disgusting. What was that? EVS, did you ever see M by Fritz Lang? Of course. Great movie. Great movie. Like, that's how they should treat SJWs today. Like, immediately. If someone says, that they're an SJW, they should be treated like M. Hey, Pax, thanks for $5. You're a wonderful human sunbeam. Thank you. You are, too. That's how I feel about you. Yeah. Oh, read super chats. Yeah. I thought I was reading them, but I probably missed a bunch of them. I'm sitting here thinking about Psycho. Oh my God, there are a lot of them too. A lot of them. Let's see. Captain Wiz, thank you for $2. Lassiter won't replace KK now. Frowny face. No. He won't. We're looking for Filoni now. Sam Matthews, thanks for $7. Glad you took my idea to put us fans in your comic. Now to rob a bank. Just kidding, LOL. Well, go ahead. I mean, if you can get away with it, nobody gets hurt with a bank robbery unless somebody gets hurt. Louis Williamson, thanks for $1.99. Are you a fan of Dragon Ball or any anime in general? No, sir, not at all. And it's just because I'm an old man, honestly. Charlie Murphy, thanks for $2. Girlfriend bought Last Jedi. Should I kick her out? Nah. What does she look like? Heisenberg, thank you for $2. I got you. Porkins, thanks for $5. Red 6 standing by. Yeah, Red Commander. Above Average Gamer, thanks for $2. Seriously, your boy Moose Knuckle is cray, dude obsessed. Yo, for real, and he needs to stop. Carl Hungus, thanks for $4.99. You have got to have Cyberfolks say, "Go get Daddy's belt" when he's about to lay the beat down on the bees, even if it's just give us a little Easter egg. That's not a bad idea. Carl Nemsow, thank you for Australian $2. Have you ever had an opportunity to draw the Phantom? Oh, you mean from the old comic strips? Yeah, I think I did once or twice, just at conventions. James, thanks for $1.99. You know Marvel made Julie Power into a pansexual. Is that true, or are you just fucking around? Shep, thanks for New Zealand $2. Was EVS, was your Marvel contract green or animated? Green or animated? My Marvel contract. Was it green or animated? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean. Stardust Ray, thanks for $2. What's the best way to learn art today? By hanging out at Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I think, yeah. Just doing it. Just getting out there and doing it. Christopher Burkhill, thanks for Australian $7.99. Can't wait to see how good Rainbow Brute looks, colored by Kyle Ritter. His work looks gorgeous. Kendall Navstar wants work. Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Young Dark Vader, thank you for $2.79. When I was a kid, I used to catch tadpoles. Yeah. Well, as an adult, I catch crabs. Durham, thanks for $5. Shut up and take my money. People are excited about Rainbow Brute. GRP Poll, thanks for $2. It is obvious, but they think they can do better. Teresa Martin, thanks for $1.99. SJWs won't get the joke. They won't. They don't have humor. They don't have senses of humor, and certainly not at their own expense. People want Bro White to be my next comic. Skid Racket, it gives me $2. Says show Bro White one more time. I'm dying. Here you go. But it's not finished. I mean, it's not, you know. All right. If you want to take a picture, go ahead. All right. What are we doing here? Jose and the Pussycats. It'd be Jose and the Pussy Hounds. Oh my God, that's vile, but it's true. That would be the only way to spin that one. Shep, thanks for NZ $2. Truly outrageous. P.S. Missed a chat before. Yeah, I think I got it now. Michael Fox, thanks for $5. Noise drawing stream. Keep up the good work, Uncle E. Thank you, Michael Fox. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Ethan. Christopher Burkhill, thanks for Australian $2.99. I'm gonna see Upgrade next Friday. Great. Jethro Fox, thanks for $2. Russ Myers Ocean's 8 would have been cool. I didn't know he had one. Let's see. Sad Squirrel, $1.99. Little Red Urban Hood. Interesting. Rick Tier, thanks for $5. I'm doing the paper mache cyberfrog drawing. Helps in a lot of understanding the head shape. Hope you make it to the legs tonight. I don't know if I will. I'm mostly just talking to you guys. My whole thing was just let me get the mouth open. I need to figure out how I'm going to draw the tongue now, and I think that's about right. I just want it to be realistic, frog-like. Heisenberg, thanks for $2. Bestiality with Solo and Chewbacca in the shower. Evan Craig, thanks for $2. What's your favorite current comic? Walking Dead. Kevin Smith, thanks for $2. How can I pitch ideas to the editor of DC Comics? It's hard because they don't really accept ideas. That's not really what they do anymore. You know, they kind of come to you after you've already had your own comic out there. You know, you need to have your own book. Like this. I mean, you do your own. Like if I were brand new, I would do Cyberfrog, and then a DC editor, you know, or Marvel editor would kind of like, you know, headhunt me. And you know that's what people need to do. You need to just do comics because you do comics. Brendan Moist, thanks for $2. Cyberfrog is the farthest thing from soy. That's correct. Yanni Hole, thanks for Mexican 50. Derek the Exploiter, a male anti-hero, fights communists in China, ultimately lifting millions from poverty. That's excellent. Yeah. That's not. Everybody comes up with these now. John Malin did strawberry beefcake, and it was pretty cool. I was gonna do blackberry beefcake, but I didn't get around to it. Everybody else already kind of covered that. Buck Rogers, thanks for $2. Did you meet Jim Shooter? Do you have any stories? I think I probably met him. I don't have any stories. I met him and it wasn't memorable, really. I remember people talking about him all the time, and most of the stories that they told were about how mean he was. I just never, I don't know. I never really spent much time with him. But, you know, when I started in comics in the 90s, I got to hang out with a lot of people. I got to hang out with Bernie Wrightson a lot. a lot, like in the 90s. Him and his girlfriend. By Joe Cook, Strawberry Pound Cake. Just a heads up, the Kickstarter fake Cyberpunk comic is colored with SJW Monster Ball. That's what they do. Ew, gross. Yeah, yeah, he was a nice guy too. Bernie Wrightson was a really nice guy. Dorby, thanks for $5. Why does the fundraiser 165K, but the more link leads to a page saying impact at Indiegogo at 177K? What's the other number counting? Thanks. Is that people who have who ordered but then canceled their order? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I get people canceling their order and kind of either upgrading or reducing, and it might be people that are reducing. I don't really know. I know that Richard Meyer had the same problem and the same kind of amount of money. He was like complaining about $1,600 being missing from his I don't know, whatever that is that you were talking about. I'm not concerned about it. I'm pretty happy. We have 160. I can't even show that again. $165,417 right now. I would love to get it to 166, but I understand that you guys just aren't, going to buy a comic book from me. Oh, look, we are. We sold 2 more comics. We are now at $165,502. I wish we could make $498 more dollars. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. Could we get to 166? And I should have been pushing this more today. I was very busy. I was very, very busy. But you can't be too busy for your Indiegogo campaign. You can't be. Who helped you along in the comic book world? A lot of people. Everyone I met did. Everybody I met did. Here you go. Here's the link. Yeah. A lot of people did. It says 175. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna concern myself with it. At this point, we're doing pretty good, and if there is 175,000, then it'll show up there. But boy, I can't wait to get it to 100. That number looked really nice. That looked really nice. I would like to see that number. It'll probably be another week though. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from Cecil. Cecil, it's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Shep, thanks for New Zealand, $2. Green and animated from Deadpool as a GL movie poke. Oh. Okay. Let me see if I can play that song. Play it softly though, so Andrew doesn't get mad. How's it go? I just heard Weezer cover this, and I was like, oh my god. Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? You go, and now you're out of sight. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, I need to know now. Loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. I'm a Britney Spears, I don't know. All right, forget that. Dun, dun, dun. Is that Gay Pride Month? No. Oh, it is Gay Pride Month. Good. I don't think it's going to be a copyright strike. It didn't sound anything. Oh my God, people. Oh yeah, my ears are bleeding. Thank you guys. Draw a soy sock. Now, it's raining frogs. Hallelujah. Um, yeah, you guys don't even know how to spell Britney Spears. You guys don't even know. Mm-hmm. What is it like? Is it like? Is there a lot of gay pride in Orlando right now? It's Disney, right? Don't they have all the gay pride stuff at Disney World? The welfare bear says hamster snake for $2. Thank you. Don't cyberbully us, Ethan, says Joshua Hughes. I'm not. You guys are bullying me. Yeah. I'm triggered, Ethan. You did that, says Neo Son. I didn't mean to trigger anyone. Did you ever hear Mojo Nixon's cover of Girlfriend in a Coma? No, I never did. Is it good? Yeah. I like the Dead Milkmen though. I played a Dead Milkmen song this afternoon. I played the puking song. The Dead Milkmen were so great. Do you guys like the Dead Milkmen? Did you guys even know the Dead Milkmen? Cyberfolk does have teeth. OG Dweeb knows. OG Dweeb does. Hell yes. Awesome. C-Note 215, thanks for $5. LeBron is about to lose to the Warriors in the finals. LeBron to the Sixers next year. Yeah. Well, he can come here. Joe M, thanks for $2. The crabs better be steamed with Old Bay, no butter. Mm-mm-mm. People like the Dead Milkmen. Shep goes, how do these blue pencils you use work? I don't know. They just work. They're just pencils with lead in them, with blue lead. Mm-hmm. Did the Dead Milkmen cross the Dorothy Kilgallen hit squad? That is a good question. Where are they? Where are the Dead Milkmen these days? They're not around. They're just not around. Did one of them die? I think one of them died. I think one of them died. All right, here's a Dead Milkmen song. Let's go over here. I can play quietly though. I never know how loud it is upstairs. I hope it's not too loud. I've got a kid. His name is Scott. He's going blind, and his blood just will not clot. The doctors line in rows to stick tubes up Scotty's nose. Chemical plant across the street leaves off fumes that color our white sheets. Wait, sheets? I don't know. I've never played on the piano before, sorry. I think it's so funny. I laugh until I cry. Just me and God. Watching Scotty die. That's an awful song. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't sing songs about dying children to you guys. This piano is probably 50 years old. Viewer count is dropping. Whenever I start to sing, everyone leaves. But that's okay, because usually when I start to play, it means the stream is over. Yeah. Critias says EVS used to play piano in the church band. Yeah. Watching Scott Mendelson die. I don't know why that struck me as funny, but it was very funny. so lost without you. Never believing for so long. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. It can be too late to say that I was so wrong. I would love to be the keyboardist for Air Supply. I would brag about that nonstop. I would brag about that every day. If if you choose that we will always lose, well then I'll sail this ship up. Well then I'll sail. If I wrote the perfect. Very few people will know that song, at least in America. Yeah, nice. I love the beautiful South too. Time can never mend. I like it when you call me Big Papa. Like you just did, baby. Give it to me one more time. I wanna do on your there's wanna do karate on your lifeless body. I wanna hang you like a heavy bag. And I'll make all your friends watch while I drop kick your dead crotch. You'll evacuate and make them gag. And that's what you get. That's what you get. I don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. I wanna drink a few highballs and gouge out your eyeballs and pee into your hollow skull. While hellfire's waiting, I'll notify Satan to torture your immortal soul. And that's what you get. That's what you get. I don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Yeah. This is still better than The Last Jedi. Thank you. Yeah, it is. You know, when things look bad, your Uncle Ethan wants you to know one thing. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow is away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. But I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely. 200 people left. Oh, I love it. It isn't gay. Full moon in the city, and the night was young. I was hungry for love, I was hungry for fun. I was hunting you down, and I was the bait. If I found you there, I didn't even hesitate. Touch me, I wanna feel your body, your heartbeat next to mine. Touch me now. Touch me now. This is for. Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. touch my tra-la-la. My ding ding dong. That's the best song ever written. I need a little mustache. I need just a little mustache. Is it gay? Is it gay or is it not gay? Yeah. If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember? Would you still remember me? That I'm as free as I never known now. There's so many places I gotta see. And if I stay with you, girl, things just wouldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. And this world can change. Yeah. We come on the sloop, John B., grandfather and me. Round Nassau town, we did wrong. Drinking all night, got into a fight. I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. The John B. said, see how the mainsail sets. Captain ashore, let me go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Thank you for $10. Ethan, have a beer and keep playing. It's Friday and you have a lot to celebrate. You have inspired all of us. Kiss your wife and rock on. You can never be, you can never be strong. You can only be free. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just playing. I don't care. Listen up, everybody, if you want to take a chance, then get on the floor and do the new kids dance. Don't worry about nothing, cause it won't take long. We're gonna hit you in the chest with a funky song. Hanging tall. Get loose, everybody, because we're gonna do our thing. Alright, wait a second. There it is. jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Jump, jump. Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. Try to compare us to another bad little fad, cause I'm the Mac and I'm bad, giving you something that you never had. I'll make you jump, jump, wiggle and shake your rump, cause I be kicking the flavor that makes you wanna jump. How high? Real high, cause I'm just so fly, a young, huggable, lovable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack, cause inside out is wiggity, 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 whack. I come and stop me with something to keep you jumping. R&B, ABD, something. This is what we're talking about, crisscross, we all that. So if you talk in the round table, leave that. Jump, jump, Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. Jump, jump. Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump, Dad'll make you jump, jump. Oh my God. No, that wasn't good. That sounded good though. What's a Poison song? The Beatles. It is shit. Of course it is. Oh my God. I can't. All right, look, yeah. Whenever I do this, I bleed followers, and I just watch the number decline, and it's hilarious. But it isn't right. It isn't right. That's not what we're doing here. Somebody said, "Why don't you call this stream? I troll my audience with my shitty piano music." Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, we are in church. We are. It is kind of like church. Yeah, those of you who stayed are my real fans. I do appreciate you. Screw them. No, 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 not screw them. Not screw them. They are important. They are very important to us, and we care how they feel. We care. We care that they don't want to hear piano music. It's important. Give us a sermon, Pastor Ethan. I can't. I don't have anything to say about anything. I gave you a sermon already. I already talked about women. These women's. These women's. All right, it's Q&A time. Let me have a Q&A. You can ask me anything, and I will answer you. Yeah, the crisscross was good. Crisscross was pretty good. Respect women. Was that, who came up with that? Was that PewDiePie that came up with whammon? OG Dweeb, yeah, I can read music a little bit, but not really. How many nipples do I really have? Just two. Just one. Robert Anderson, did you go on a mission? No, I never did. I never went on a mission. When I was 19, I had a choice. My mom and dad got a divorce when I was 19, and I thought that a mission might be a suitable, solution. Instead, I started drawing comic books. So, when I was 19, I created this guy instead of serving a mission for the Lord. And I'm glad, it's like I'm glad I did. I don't think I would have, I don't think I could have lived with another man for 2 years. I don't think I could have did that. And celibacy in your late teens is just, it's torture. It's got to be torture. Yeah. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? 3. According to the commercial, it's just 3. Nibsy, please do some recordings. They don't have to be good. That's part of the appeal. I don't want to do any recordings. I bang on the piano to get out kind of nervous energy when I'm drawing. Like, I'll get up and just play something real quick and then sit down. Brown Charlie said, divorce, LOL. That's not funny that your parents get divorced when you're a kid. I was 19. I was fine. Rose Tico shirt or licensing issue, Ethan? Licensing issue, definitely. Yeah. I mean, you can put Tico on a shirt, but you can't put Rose Tico on a shirt. That'll be a problem. We're careful about that. We don't want to goof around. You almost wanted to go on your mission. I almost wanted to go on mine. Michelle Wells, are you LDS? Yeah, I just didn't, it wasn't, I think I would have been bad at it. And by the way, I'm not a very good public speaker. Like, I'm really not. The idea of having to go in front of people and talk about the gospel when I didn't know anything about it would have been frustrating for me. It would have been frustrating. Yeah. Mr. Pete Channel, thanks for $2. Who? Beatles, Cream, Zeppelin, Queen, or Ronnie Dio? Beatles. Out of that, easily. Secondly would be Cream, and then Zeppelin, then Queen, then Ronnie Dio, and then The Who. I can't stand The Who. Will there be a fan art section in the Cyberfrog comic? Yeah, probably. Do you plan to hide sex in Cyberfrog? No, it's going to be right out in front. It's going to be right out front. JR, thanks for $2. I've got nipples, Luke. Can you milk me? Why is the sky blue? Because it reflects the ocean? I don't know. Why is it blue? Is it always blue? What? Thank you for $5. Keep up the great work, EVS. What are your opinions on the works of Frank Frazetta? Frazetta.org. I love Frank Frazetta. I met him once. He wasn't very nice to me. I asked him for his autograph stupidly, and he yelled at me like I was a kid. He yelled at me. I was like, what is the problem? And I said to him, I said, if Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, were here right now, and I asked him for his autograph, he'd give me his autograph, and it would be worth a lot more than yours. and it didn't go over. It wasn't a great meeting, but I did meet him, and you know, I like his work. Skid Racket, thank you for $2. Raise your beers for Ethan. Yeah, I wish I'd known better. I didn't, you know, he doesn't like he didn't sign his autograph back then. He just wasn't into it. Frank Rosetta, like he wanted to keep his autograph rare. He felt like people were gonna, you know, sell his autograph. D Lamp, thanks for $2. What's your opinion of the movie Undercover Brother? I haven't seen it, but it sounds awesome. Critias says, "Have you ever worked with Scott Hanna?" Yeah, he's a great guy. I love Scott Hanna, and he's a good inker too. Michelle Wells says, "You are one of my top 5 YouTubers." Thanks, Michelle. Mara Ant says, "EVS, is it Luke, I'm your father, or no, I am your father?" It's it's no, I'm your father. Did he say Luke, I'm your father? That's weird. I can't remember. You want to say Luke, I am your father. Why is Cyberfrog always frog spreading? Because he doesn't care. Because he doesn't care. People want to know if Cyberfrog has a penis. I don't know. Maybe he does. I just got on. When will Cyberfrog come out? Says Archdog420. Probably like November, early November, late October. Italo Ayala says, Uncle E, I can't pledge to Cyberfrog while it's still on Indiegogo. Will I be able to buy it after? Yeah, definitely you will. You will. I'm gonna keep the store open for like a month or so, I guess. You know, we'll see, and we'll see after that too. Derek Moore says, "Is Eric Larson making porn comics now?" I seen some stuff from him that was pretty grotesque. I don't know. I honestly, that scene was really like disgusting beyond belief. I don't know. Al Lewis, worst famous people you've met, EVS. David Prowse. I told you that story about Darth Vader. He like, I mean, that one just springs to my head right away. David Prowse being not a very nice guy and saying bad things about Christopher Reeve, and I didn't want to hear it. You know, yeah, I just didn't want to hear it. Russell Brown, thank you for $4.99. If you play another song, play Onward Christian Soldiers. If you know that one, I thought I heard you singing that one the other night. Russell sounds like he is, you know, have I ever sang Onward Christian Soldiers? Yeah, I don't know if I have. Let's see. Mistletoe says, Uncle E, any advice about creating, growing an online audience? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, you need to make friends with the YouTube community and, you know, participate and see eventually if you can get on somebody else's channel, advertise your own channel, things like that. It takes a long time. It takes a long time. Even for me, like, you know, it took a long time to find an audience. And by the way, my audience is here. They're not DC Comics fans. Like they don't care that I worked at DC Comics. I say that and they go, I don't care. Yeah. Jim Moore says I may have to unback Cyberfrog. I may have to unback Cyberfrog. The Who are my band. You're in the Who? No, I just I don't like their music. I don't like that stuff. I don't dig the Who. I don't dig the Who. I don't like them. I never have. I do like Zeppelin. Uh, I don't like the Stones either, really, though. I'm mostly an Elvis guy, to be honest with you. TR Wright 7 says, "Do you have Mark Wade's autograph?" Uh, I do. I do have Mark Wade's autograph. Would you like it? I'll send it to you because I don't want it. Let's see. Yeah. No, I am your father. Is that what it is? No, I am your father. Oh, you killed him. He says, no, I am your father. Yeah, you're right. That's one of those famous quotes that is misquoted. Caps Lock 3, thanks for $2. Here's some burger money and replacement trash can. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, he says, no, I am your father. Of course, of course. Can we get mushroom stamps instead of autographs on our Sober Frog comics? I spent $50 on the Indiegogo. I don't know what a mushroom. Oh, God, it's disgusting. I just got that. I don't get this gay lingo. Um, Ethan, are you familiar with artist Sergio Aragonés? Uh, yeah. The comic book Gru the Wanderer was one of my favorites by far in 1980. Highly recommended for anyone that likes comedy and comics. Yeah, he used to walk around and talk about cheese dip, didn't he? Or goat dip, or something like that. Goat dip. Sheep dip. That's what it was. It was sheep dip, I remember. Um, yeah, I'll give away my Batman Mego at 300K. Absolutely. Um, It's pretty good too. It's in good shape. The sticker is still on there. Cyberfrog comes out. Uh, the book comes out in November. Yeah. Hmm. Cyberfrog figure. Ethan, would you consider me this for the sculptor of your figure? I've experienced as I attended CCAD for 3D graphic design. Mike, I'd love to see your version. Absolutely. I would love to see your version. My criteria would be I'd really want him to look like my character. You know, that'd be the only thing. Uh, yeah. Um, is Cyberpunk going to be a reboot or a continuation of the first series? A reboot. It's like the first series kind of happened, but it's like hallucinatory because it doesn't make any sense. Like it all happened in the '90s, but then it continues. Things are different now. You know. Um, do blue-haired land whales need safe spaces? They do. Blue-haired land whales are really angry people. They're angry and they don't like other people, and they're really aggressive and rude. And yeah, fuck them. Yeah. David Prost came up to me and he said, I hate that dude. I trained Christopher Reeve in the '70s to be Superman. Like I trained him, and did he remember me? Did he fucking? He was like Moose Bauman. Did he come up to me and like he didn't remember me? He screwed me over. Man, he's a totally into himself, complete narcissist asshole. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like no, you know, take it somewhere else. I'll never forget that. He was on his can. I didn't ask him to tell me about Christopher Reeve. He just said that because I had a picture of Superman on my table. He came up and started bad mouthing, my hero. I mean, I have two heroes. I got Harrison Ford and Christopher Reeve from the movies. Those are my two heroes. And he had to come in and sit and talk shit. Get out of here. Absolutely terrible. Carl Hungus, thanks for $4.99. If you ever make it to North California, I want to buy you a beer. Well, I would like to. I would like to do that. I'd like to have a beer with you. All of you. Russell Brown, thanks for $1.99. When I say sung, I meant you started to and stopped. Oh, I was singing Onward Christian. I can't imagine that. That's weird. You never know what comes out of your face, though, when you're just kind of muttering. Colin Lococo, thanks for $2.99. Will there be plenty of frog splaining in Cyberpunk? Yeah, definitely. He's going to tell women what they're doing wrong. Like, that's the thing about Cyberpunk. He will frog explain to women what they're doing wrong, and they're just going to have to listen. Because they can't say, I don't want to hear mansplaining. Say, I'm not a man, I'm a frog. And I'm seeing you, and I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. You know? Roxanne, thanks, says, Ethan, you should offer a variant cover of Cyberfrog in rainbow colors for gays. $1,000 each. Great idea. Great idea. I will do that. Michelle Wells, question. Do you like the old Superman comic from the 50s? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I guess so. I've only read a couple of them. It's weird. It is weird. People are saying F Moose. Yeah, F Moose. That's a good way. You can say F Moose, if you want to talk to me. Say F Moose and then go into your question. Joe Maroon, thanks for $5. Will Jordan Peterson do the voice of the animated Cyberfrog? Uh, no, but he could do something else. I mean, that would be like he Cyberfrog doesn't sound like Kermit. He sounds like one of the Jerky Boys. But yeah, absolutely, Jordan Peterson. D Lamp, thanks for $2. Chill with Han Solo or Indiana Jones for a day. Han Solo, definitely, because I can tell he's a hard drinker. Indiana Jones is just, he's stressed out all the time. Archdog 420, do you think working at Image has any appeal? Yeah, definitely. Not for me. Not yet, not right now, but yeah, definitely. It's a nonprofit company. You spend $2,500 to get your book published, and you're good. And that's it. You get to keep all the profits. Uncle Ethan, are you Red Commander or Red Leader, like in Star Wars? I'm Red Commander. I'm not Red Leader. I'm above Red Leader. Like I tell Red Leader what to do. F and Craig, thank you for $2. Wouldn't have to mansplain if they woman understood. There it is, right there. That might be the quote of the night. We wouldn't have to mansplain if you woman understood. Yeah, absolutely true. What a great quote that was. That was really something else. F Moose, are you coming to Wizard World in Chicago? No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to go anywhere until Ava is a little older. I'm going to stay home. Juan Sanchez says, quit gabbing and draw. Russell Brown, thanks for $1.99. Who's your favorite movie, Batman? Um, I would say Michael Keaton or Christian Bale. One of the two. They're both cool. They're both cool. This pencil's like super hard. Yeah. Someone says, shut up, Weasley. Kevin Conroy beats both. Batman, campy or serious? Serious. I don't like campy Batman at all. No, not Will Wheaton. He is too soy. I really can't take Will Wheaton either. He's a piece of garbage. Weller was good in Dark Knight Returns. Cyberfrog should sound like Carl from Sling Blade. Ethan, what's your favorite Beach Boy song? Don't Worry Baby. Woman Understood is an Andrew Clavin quote. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that. F Moose, tell the Composite Superman story. Yeah. How's the Indiegogo going now? I don't know. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I should tell the Composite Superman story because it involves Gail Simone. Okay, so we're up to $165,707. Yeah. I hope it's a 200K. It's not, dude. We're crawling right now. I'm not even. I am tired. LOAT, tired. Does Cyberfrog secrete poison? I don't know if he does. Maybe he does. That's actually pretty cool. Caps Lock 3, thanks for $5. I propose we start a pro Tico campaign and write supportive letters to Tico actress to know she's appreciated. I would do that. I would definitely do that. F Moose promised video a month ago. Just tell the Gail Simone story. Let's see. How does that work? How do I tell the Gail Simone story? Well, the reason why it's important is because somebody was like everything gets back to me. Like, people talk smack and they lie, and it's like it's ridiculous. Somebody goes, "Yeah, well, Gail's doing Plastic Man now by herself because Ethan Van Sciver. She doesn't want to work with Ethan Van Sciver anymore." First of all, listen very carefully. I'm not friends with Gail. I blocked Gail Simone. I blocked Gail Simone because on election night she sicked her fans on me, and we're friends. I mean, this is the thing. I gave. Don't trust SJWs. Whatever you do, don't ever trust SJWs. SJWs will turn on you. They will turn on you. At all times, they're going to turn on you. So if you have SJW friends, get them out of here. They will immediately turn on you. Especially if they pretend that they won't. They're like, hey, I'm different. No, they will. So, Trump got elected. Gail Simone turned her fans on me, and she's got like 65,000, whatever she's got, subs. And my Twitter exploded with people that I didn't know calling me names, and just filled up my Twitter timeline with just abuse and hate. So I said, you know what? That was fucking rude, and I blocked Gail Simone. It was just rude. You don't need to do that to me. You know I'm Republican. You know I'm gonna vote for Trump. She's like, I didn't think you would. What do you think? I'm gonna vote for Hillary? What are you, nuts? So that's when I stopped talking to Gail. But before that, we had something called Day of the Composites that we were working on that was going to reintroduce Plastic Man to the DCU. And she didn't finish it. It was supposed to be 100 pages long. She wrote maybe 65 pages of it. I drew 50 pages of it. And then she just kind of burned out on it. She would turn in these like just random, here's 3 pages that are like floating around here. Like they weren't in order. And it just got frustrating, and we kind of moved on. And it was supposed to be so good. It was just supposed to be so good, and it wasn't. So that was in 2010. I mean, Day of the Composite stretched out like just until like 2012. And then I stopped talking to Gail for a little while. But Gail was a really good friend. Like when I was having problems, like in my first marriage, like I would call her and her husband and talk to her, and she was a good friend for a little while. It's just she's a terrible collaborator. She ruined every project we worked on, every single one, except for one. So on, I think it was 2014, 2015. Was it 2015? It was 2014. So it was a little bit after. It was like 2 years after Composites had kind of ground to a halt. DC called me up and said, "Hey, do you want to do a Wonder Woman one shot for this digital thing that we're launching?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, you can work with any writer you want." And I said, "Well, I mean, it just makes sense to work with Gail Simone, because she's a Wonder Woman writer." And Gail wasn't working at DC at the time; she just didn't have any work at DC. And so, they said, "Oh, great!" Like I thought they were going to say no. They said, "Oh, great, yeah, sure." So they called Gail for me and invited her to work on this thing, and she was excited about it. She gave me two different choices of stories, and I picked the one that I wanted to do. She wrote it. It was just fine. We got it done. That was the last time I worked with Gail Simone. And then, uh, right around, and I'm telling tales out of school here. Uh, and then I get a call from DC, somebody important to DC, and I won't tell you who. Somebody very important to DC called me up and said, "Listen, how do you feel about Plastic Man now?" Because the DC had been holding Plastic Man for me for like 10 years. And I was entrenched. I said, "I don't want to do Plastic Man. I want to do Hal Jordan." I worked my way back to getting to do Hal Jordan. And, and they said, "Well, Gail Simone, has a proposal and we're thinking about letting her do it." And I said, "All right, let her do it. Cool." So they're like, "Great." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, with my blessing." So Gail Simone's writing, I think, a 6-issue Plastic Man thing, and now someone is saying Gail is doing Plastic Man without me because I didn't want to. She didn't want to work with me. Like that's like not not the case. So anyway, but going back to Day of the Composites, yeah, there's 50 pages of Day of the Composites that never saw completion, and never will. I mean, they never will see completion. It can't happen now. But here's a 4-page spread. Let's see if I can. Should I put it down? Maybe I'll put it down on the ground here. So here's a 4-page spread, all put together, of the return of Plastic Man from Day of the Composites. And here he is, like he's in the Batcave. You can see Batman down there, having just gotten kind of punched out. And Plastic Man is punching the living fuck out of Composite Superboy Robin. And our boy, Kyle Ritter, colored this. Here it is in color by Kyle Ritter. So this is basically what it was. Like this is what Day of the Composites was supposed to be. You know, uh, it would have been fun. And it's a shame. I really liked this book. I wanted to do it. I was always excited to work with Gail. I always was. It was always something I looked forward to. I considered her a friend. I didn't like her turning her fans on me after the election. That was bitter. That was a really nasty thing to do to a friend. I would never have done that to her ever. Um, and at that point, I just decided she wasn't a friend. She was somebody who would, out of just grief or whatever, just turn on you on a dime. And that was it. So I've seen her complain like, "Oh, Ethan has me blocked." I do. I don't trust you anymore. There's something about having and this is the thing, like I wouldn't turn my, like, guys, don't ever bother Gail Simone over me. I say this all don't bother anybody over me. Like, don't think that you're being cool and you're doing me a favor by going to these people who have caused me trouble and bothering them. That's not helpful. But she felt free to do that to me, and it made me sad. It did kind of make me sad, and that is that's why we are no longer friends. But here's the cover today. The composites. You got composite Superman. I mean, this would have been an absolute joy. You've got composite Black Canary Wonder Woman back there. Composite Green Lantern Flash. You see Hawkwoman. It looks like Metamorpho and Martian Manhunter. Uh, Doctor Fate and Red Tornado. Uh, it was meant to be. And then, boom, they're absorbing. Composite Superman is absorbing everything from Superman and Batman. It's like what's it? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what it was supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to be. I changed the S. I did this. I turned it upside down because it was like a disgrace. Like the whole point is this is like they're a disgusting mockery of humanity. So I wanted to, invert, turn the symbol upside down. And obviously, this would have been a great T-shirt. Like, can you imagine wearing a T-shirt that's half blue, half gray, and then it's the symbol upside down like that? Everybody would have worn that shirt. It would have been great. But it didn't happen, and that's the difference between working with Jeff Johns and working with Gail Simone. And I do hate to say that. I don't want to badmouth anybody at all. But that is, people do ask all the time what happened to that project. It didn't get finished, and it's painful to talk about because it was, to me, like, if I love the Beach Boys, so if I think of myself in a very arrogant way, I don't mean that I really think of myself like Brian Wilson, but if I was Brian Wilson, Invasion of the, or the Day of the Composites would be my smile. It would be my unfinished masterpiece that will never happen. And there are scraps of it that you can see. I can definitely show you bits and pieces of it, but it will never be complete because uh, it would be impossible to untangle now. Gail Simone wrote this really strange Lois Lane versus Ann Coulter story thread in there that at the time I just went, well, whatever. But it doesn't belong there, and I'd need to pull that out, and then without it, like the whole structure of what we did kind of falls apart. So it's dead. Like you can't fix it unless Gail Simone were to come in and fix it, and that's just not going to happen. So DC paid me for it. They paid me for like 50 pages that are never going to see print unless it was some weird experimental thing like here's the way the story looks now, even though it's never going to come out. I mean, it was going to be so cool. Here's like a half finished page. Here is Plastic Man, new version of Plastic Man, versus like Solomon Grundy Killer Croc composite. Like everybody would have gotten composited. uh, it's like I see that and I'm just like, look how cool he is. It's like I want to draw that. I want to draw that. But again, that is it's something that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna see print. Gail wrote this weird thing. She had Uncle Sam combined with Captain Nazi. That wouldn't fly today. But he's all like locked up. There's Uncle Sam's half, and then Captain Nazi. Suicide Squad. Have them all tied up somewhere. What else? I'll show you some more. I promised you this. I couldn't get myself to organize this stuff for you guys to see. It's just painful. It's like, yeah, I want you to see it. I want you to enjoy it, like as much enjoyment as can be gotten from it. I definitely want it to be out there. But yeah, let's see. It's Batcave stuff. I mean, the coolest thing was this. This is my favorite beat. And Gail didn't do this very well, but all right. So the composites have taken over planet Earth. They've taken over. They've composited, and once they composite like Wonder Woman and Black Canary, they're both in stasis and they're being drained. Okay, while their mockery of a composite has taken over, and it's running rampant. It's bothering their family and friends. So Superman has been off planet while this is happening, and the one fear is that Superman is going to show up, and he's going to also get composited. And if Superman gets composited, Earth is screwed because a Superman composite, an evil Superman combined with Batman, maybe would be just unstoppable. So the Green Lantern Corps, all 7,200 of them, have quarantined planet Earth, and you see them. They've sealed off planet Earth, and Superman shows up, and he's like, "Where's Lois?" And John Stewart is standing there guarding planet Earth, and he's just like, hey, Superman, you're not getting in here. We have the Green Lantern Corps has orders to quarantine planet Earth. You're not coming in. And Superman's just like, move or I'll move you. And so we cut to Earth, and it's just like looking up at the sky. The entire sky has turned green, because the Green Lantern Corps has a shield over Earth. So it's like it's green. the sky is green, and Lois Lane is dealing with fighting a couple of composites on Earth, and Superman's just like, move or I'll move you, and the sun is right behind him, and John Stewart is like, lanterns hold the line, and Superman slingshots himself into the sun, and then just comes out like roaring at him, and I was like, okay, so then what we do is we cut right back to Earth, and we see Lois looking up, and you just see the sky turn blue all of a sudden. Like the green sky turns blue, and you're like, oh shit. And then you cut to, outer space, and Superman's roaring in, like in flames, just roaring towards Earth. And like all the Green Lanterns, all 7,200 of them have been knocked out. They're just floating in space, and the shield is down. And Gail was like, I want to show him fighting. I'm like, no, don't show him fighting. Just show the sky turn blue. That's all you need to do. And that's how you know that Superman has literally beaten all of the Green Lanterns. All of the Green Lanterns. And she's like, I want to show him fighting. No, no, no. Just listen to me. But yeah, she ended up writing the whole fight sequence, and I was like pulling my hair out. Like, you don't need to show it. You just need to show the sky turning blue. Um, but anyway, that would have been like the panel where he's like, you guys move. Let me see what else is here. I don't know how much is actually on my iPad. It's all on my laptop, but I don't know how much I've actually moved over to my iPad. So I'd have to go to my laptop and start moving stuff over if you wanted to see, like I could piece together like the first 50 pages. None of it has any lettering on it, of course. I don't know. Is this boring? Is this boring, guys? I don't know. I'm not losing the art. It's on my it's on my computer. I don't know what I'd ever be able to do with it because it does belong to DC, and I wouldn't be allowed to publish it. But it's at the time in 2010, this was my best work. Is it my best work now? Now I just see that it's just flawed and stuff. But Batman survives for a long time. He just shows up, and he's got like this bat sword that he uses to cut Killer Moth and Firefly composite in half. Let me see. No, I can't buy the rights. They're DC characters. Um, what else can I show you? I had to clean out my iPad. It's a lot of stuff on here from like that's already seen print. It's like black and white stuff from Hal Jordan that's already in print. Da-da-da. But yeah, it was hard. It's just like I really want this to be a horror story, and there's all this like lefty politics that are inserted into this, and I just went, well, that's what she wants to do. That's fine. I'll draw it. I mean, the whole Lois Lane sequence where she's arguing about justifying her relationship with Superman to Ann Coulter, and it's like, this isn't. I know you're doing this just to kind of stick it in my face, but it's eating up valuable composites page time. Don't work with SJWs. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. Eh. Let me see what else is there here. I'm scrolling down and there's a ton of stuff, but I don't see a lot of composite stuff yet. I know it's all cached in one spot. I'm just trying to find it. Most of it, anyway. Yeah, I do wish it had seen print. I wish they would have just printed it incomplete. Just published it incomplete. At least get their money back. Say this project's never going to be completed, but here's what there is of it. So don't get mad. This is just it's just for the sake of publishing work that we already bought. But they don't do that. I mean, obviously they don't do that. All right, so yeah, we showed everybody getting overtaken. Here's the Flash running and being taken down by the spores and just leaving a crease behind him. Oh, that's a different thing. That's a Batman pinup I did. Here is, all right, so Lois Lane versus Hawkwoman. She just smacks him with her laptop, and she's being surrounded. She throws her laptop. Here's Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn Huntress, and Supergirl. Let's see, Supergirl, Batgirl, and then they tackle Lois Lane, and this is, again, I probably would have gotten in trouble for this. Look at the just spores, like that's what the, like I said, the inside of them is like pumpkin seeds, like it's just gross, you know. It's so they grab her. Here's Aquaman. The two women are holding Lois Lane down, and Aquaman's just spitting pumpkin seeds into her mouth, like, you know, hey, take these over to your boyfriend Superman. And that was the whole thing. The whole thing was like, hey, we're gonna put this in your mouth, and then, when you see Superman, you're gonna kiss him, and he's gonna be infected with the spores too. He'll see Batman, and then, yeah. Is it porn? Kinda, yeah. It is kind of porn. All right, let me see what else is here. Is this boring? Should I stop? Are we done? I've been doing this now. This has been going on for. This is the longest I've ever done it. Uh, Here is okay, so yeah, this is the page just before that. Here's Aquaman smashing the taxi cab. Uh, this is the taxi cab that Lois Lane is in. So they know to go get Lois Lane. Look at that. I mean, this is zombie sick. Like it should have been, God, it should have been great. And of course, I hide dirty words in everything I do. The cab fare is $1.40. It's 40 cents for tolls, and you turn it upside down, and the meter reads, "Oh shit," So I don't know. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I do. Aquaman. Yeah, what's down here? Oh yeah. So he stops the cab with his foot. Look at Harley Quinn Huntress down there. Lois gets out. I mean, they're not very smart. Like the composites they're dumb. They're made of plant matter, you know. They're made of like plant life. They're like walking pumpkins. What else is here? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I don't know if anything else is interesting. But anyway, that's Day of the Composites. At least some of the best parts of it. And yeah, it is sad. It makes me sad that it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna see print. Never got finished. Every time we did something together, it just kind of would fall apart, and it sucks. All right. So anyway, EVS and tentacle porn confirmed. Yeah. Check super chats. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. Thank you guys. Yeah. Oh, okay. So D Lamp, thanks for $2. F Mary Kill, Padme, Leah, and Cecil. Kill Cecil immediately. F Padme, Mary, Leia. That's easy. Skid Racket, thank you for $5. Moving forward, expect the unexpected with the SJWs. Think 5 steps ahead. So far, you've blown them away. I want to see you succeed, but they are insane. I'm not worried about them. They can only make us more famous. I mean, it's like if they can go ahead and cause trouble, and I don't know if it weren't for the abuse that they've kind of heaped on me, I don't know where my career would be right now. It's pretty good. I mean, things are pretty great. You just have to kind of know how to deal with it. Cat Hell, thanks for $5. I played the last piece of George for my wife this morning, and it is now our song. Can we get an iTunes release of it? I don't know how to do that. Russell Brown, thanks for $1.99. How do I change my pledge from $25 to the $50? Russell, just go in and cancel your $25 pledge, and then repledge at $50. Dark Moore, thanks for $2. Cyberfrog desktop wallpaper download for fans. Yeah, we got to do that. Neotona, my eyesight is not so good. Thanks for Australian $5. I only just got the blood honey pun. Now I feel slow. There you go. Brandon Hillman, thanks for $5. Uncle E, what do you think of Dan Jorgens? He's from my hometown. Also, I can't wait for Cyberfrog. Keep up the good work. Dan's my friend. He dropped me a little email today congratulating me on Cyberfrog. So I like him a lot. I've always liked Dan Jorgens, and I like his work. I think he's a legend, underappreciated, and a truly, truly great guy, a real pro. All right, guys, with that, I got one more here. Egg Chen 6 Demon Bag. Thanks for $5. When Cyberfuck sees Sal for the first time after all these years, can he say to him, Sal, you're looking real jack, baby? That's great. Yeah, I think he would say that. I think he totally would. Blood honey is a pun. It's blood money. Get it? Have you ever heard the phrase blood money? Comics legend. Is Trent jealous of your success? No, Trent is very successful in and of himself. Trent does his own thing. He makes good money designing video games and all that stuff. Yeah. All right. So I've been here with you guys for 148 minutes and 36 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot. I love you all. I'm getting back to work. I'm finishing this. I got to finish this tonight. I gotta finish. I gotta finish this. Those of you who are with me to watch me draw, I do appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I gotta draw this wasp and finish his leg, and then draw a quick little background. And we're shipping this off to Kyle to color it. And I gotta draw the other half of the beast body here. We can do that too. Good night, guys. Love you very much. If you haven't, let's check this real quick. If you have not yet, please do pledge to Cyberfrog Blood Honey. You want a copy of this book. I mean, you're already involved in the channel. There's the link. You definitely want to pledge. Let's get this number up. I was hoping this would get up to 166 tonight, but I don't think it's gonna. We did okay though. Where's it at here? Lancer 3737, thanks for $10. I know how you feel. There's a lot of right-wing bronies. We were blamed for Hillary's loss and called Nazis in news articles, and we can't run West Coast My Little Pony conventions now. Yeah, screw these people. We have to do it on our own. We have to just do it on our own. All right, that's not a bad place to land. 166,777. If you haven't, though, please do donate and buy a copy. And I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.